for today's flag raising ceremony. Our resource speaker is a native of Lupi, Camarines Sur. He attended his elementary in Naga Central School, secondary in Ateneo de Naga, and graduated from Naga College Foundation with a degree of Bachelor of Science in Criminology. In his nearly 26 years in the police service, he handled an impressive array of positions in the PNP. To mention a few, he was designated as Deputy Chief of Police of Pasakaw, Piling, and Libmanan Municipal Police Station, Chief of Police of Lupi, Presentacion, Gainsa, Cabusao, and Lagonoy Municipal Police Station, all of Camarines Sur Police Provincial Office. Likewise, he became the Chief of Police of Esperanza, Palanas, and Montreal Municipal Police Station, all of Masbate Police Provincial Office. Further, he was also assigned at the Office of the Regional Investigation and Detective Management Division, Police Regional Office as the Assistant Chief and concurrent Chief of Criminal Records Management and Evidence Branch, where he handled 3 classes of Investigation Officer Basic Course and 5 classes of Criminal Investigation Course. It was on March 25, 2019 that he became the Acting Chief Criminal Investigation and Detective Management Branch of Naga City Police Office, where he was promoted to Police Lieutenant Colonel. His acquired knowledge, skills, and experiences were put into better use as he spurred to achieve the significant increase of crime clearance and crime solution efficiency, and highly contributed to the overall unit performance rating. At present, he is the very energetic Chief of City Community Affairs and Development Unit of Naga City Police Office, where he continues to motivate and employ innovative ways to reach out to the community through the use of social media, such as the Facebook and YouTube. Let us give a warm welcome to our resource speaker, Police Lieutenant Salvador Lohares Ortanes Jr.
Please take your seat, sir. Company Commander, please give your mantikas pahinga. To our Acting City Director, Police Colonel Nelson A. Pacalso, sir. To our Deputy City Director for Administration, Police Lieutenant Colonel Errol T. Garchitorena Jr., sir. To our Deputy City Director for Operations, Police Lieutenant Colonel Alejandro M. Monghe II, sir. Staff officers, PCOs, PNCOs, NUPs, awardees, friends from media, good morning. It is my honor and privilege to be invited as the resource speaker for today's traditional flag raising ceremony with the theme PNP Protecting and Nurturing Democracy After National and Local Elections 2022. The PNP upholds the Constitution and the civil rights of Filipino citizens. The idea of freedom and civil liberty is almost always misunderstood and misinterpreted. Freedom is defined as the quality or state of being free or absence of necessity, coercion, or constraint in choice or action.
Civil liberty is defined as the state of being subject only to laws established for the good of the community, especially with regard to freedom of action and speech. Freedom is synonymous to independence from foreign invasion and control, whereas civil liberty is subjected to the existing laws of the state. This is the essence of democracy. That while we enjoy freedom, we are also duty-bound to obey the laws of the land. The recently concluded national and local elections 2022 have invoked mixed reactions and opinions from various sector groups. Most notable among these groups are the identified CPP, NPA, NDF affiliated groups. They have brought their protest to the streets, accused the present administration of manipulating the results of election, and even threatened the peace and national security. Those protests initially met with support, most notably from youth sector. Although it is within the civil liberty of individuals to gather and protest grievances, it is also their responsibility to abide by the law set forth by the state. The PNP, as an organization mandated to maintain peace and order, always uphold this mandate. More so, when these groups threaten to disrupt the peace and order, we have deployed civil disturbance management personnel whenever there are gatherings led by these groups. These reactive countermeasures prevent violence and contain the protest in specific locations. As I have mentioned earlier, the recent protests were supported mostly by the youth sector, and understandably, since they are the most vulnerable sector of the society. Moreover, they are also the sector most active in social media. The advent of Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and the likes put them in these social media platforms, which in turn becomes the most source of information from local, national, and international scenes. Social media has become an avenue of communication, source of entertainment, and to showcase one's talent and advocacy. So for this, tanong ko lang, sino sa inyo ang nag-follow na and nag-subscribe sa ating Facebook page and YouTube channel? 3 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sayang, 500 yun. NUP, I need evidence. Wala. 5, 4. Dapat totoo yung sasabihin. Kasi mamaya i-validate natin yan. Pag hindi ka nakafollow sa aking Facebook page and subscribe sa aking YouTube channel, you will be charged for dishonesty. And that is tantamount to dismissal from the service. Come on. NUP, 500 pesos. Mamaya na yung validation para free charge ka for dishonesty pag wala.
Hindi sir, subscribe yan.
Yan. Thank you very much. NUP Irene Lanosa. Yours truly, to continue, is also a content creator with advocacy of helping the underprivileged of Naga City through Facebook page, Police Nagenyo, Katuwang Mo, and YouTube channel, Team Katuwang Mo. As a citizen, we enjoy the liberties granted to us by the state. We can enjoy the liberty of using the social media networking sites as entertainment, and also We can be content creators of ourselves. As a member of the PNP organization, we shall always adhere to the highest standard of public service, to conduct ourselves in a manner that will gain respect from the citizens we have sworn to protect. Our contents should utilize the conduct of PNP-related information and awareness campaign. Educate, entertain, and do good deeds to positively influence our target audience. Let this be a reminder to all of us that our social media accounts is a potential amplifiers of PNP narratives or taint its reputation. Our social media posts must be supportive of the PNP organization and the government. Avoid contents and parodies that are political. Avoid acts that will degrade or bring disrespect to uniform, culture, person, or gender. Ensure that the contents we create are shared are not sensualized. Avoid promoting products while in uniform and ensure that the contents are gender sensitive with gender fair language. These are the guidelines set forth by the higher headquarters, and may I remind you that there were violations who were already subjected for pre-charge investigation. In our little ways as citizens, by supporting and promoting the PNP organization and the government, we are protecting democracy. And by doing so, nurtures it for the future generations. What we sow today, if we not for us to reap it tomorrow, our children will someday. Thank you, and once again, good morning.
Thank you very much, sir. And to give the certificate of appreciation to our resource speaker, may I request our Acting City Director, Police Colonel Nelson A. Pacalso, to be assisted by our DCDA, Police Lieutenant Colonel Reggie Torena, and DCDO, Police Lieutenant Colonel Mongol. Citation reads, Republic of the Philippines National Police Commission, Philippine National Police, Police Regional Office 5, Naga City Police Office, Parmin Street, Barangay Santa Cruz, Naga City. In grateful appreciation for sharing his precious time and valuable insight as resource speaker during the traditional Monday flag raising ceremony held at NCPO grounds, Parmin Street, Barangay Santa Cruz, Naga City, given this 13th day of June 2022, at Naga City Police Office, Naga City, Philippines, signed Nelson A. Pacalso, Police Colonel, Acting City Director. This certificate of appreciation is presented to Police Lieutenant Colonel Salvador L. Ortanes Jr., Chief Community Affairs and Development Unit.